they are loaded. So rude. We're here with my current household in The Sims 3. If you're new to this family, the one thing that they actually have going for them is that they are loaded. They're super rich and they're also just like not good people for the most part. So you might have seen this lovely lady around. This is Viola, and Viola lives here in this house. Oh, actually Viola, you need to go to work. Not that hair. She lives... Sorry, it's too much. She lives in this house with her 3 siblings. So we have Eva, Viola, Leonardo, and Ludovico. They are all half siblings. They have the same mom. I'll actually link the family tree down below, but they're each so unique and I love that for them. This lady right here is Eva. She's an elder. She's hot-headed, eccentric, bookworm friendly, and evil. As much as she has tried to find a man, she just can't do it. It just ain't working for her.
Don't be rude. Are you kidding me?
She's sort of difficult, hard to get along with. As you can see, she dislikes her half-brother. She also allegedly murdered her brother-in-law. So that was her sister Viola's husband, Patrizio, mysteriously found dead in the swimming pool. Do you all want to see something absolutely wild? One thing that's so cool about The Sims 3 is that some items appreciate. It's generally things that your Sims have made, like paintings and sketches, I think photographs, nectar, and then sculptures. And let me tell you, some of these sculptures. This one is worth 48,000 simoleons. This hand one is 40. This dragon is almost 60,000. Where is it? In the garage. We have this nectar rack is worth 51 and this other one is worth 28. So I mean, they're together. That's almost 80,000. The sculptures are just wild. Like the appreciation rate for some of these items is out of control. Granted, a lot of these were made several generations ago, but I was just thinking like the house's value is 5.2 almost. And I was like, I know a lot of that is cars for sure, because some of these cars are just wild. Like this one was $1 million and this one was $2.5 million. So I know that the cars are probably like 3/4 of that. But at the same time, out here in this little courtyard, there has to at least be $1 million worth of sculptures. By the way, speaking of cars, we got the pink ones. This is Antonia. So Antonia actually has been staying over here at the family's beach house. So Antonia is Leonardo's ex-wife. Leonardo's one of the siblings. He's sort of like the main heir, I guess, because their mom was married to his father. Their mom had a ton of lovers. She was a wild child for sure, into her elderhood, but she was only married one time and she was married to Giorgio, who was his father. Anyway, his father lived over there in that house, which the family also owns. So yeah, I was saying Leonardo, such a cool guy. He's probably my favorite just because I love his traits. He's shy, a couch potato, hopeless romantic, clumsy, and a genius. He works as a lead reporter. That's journalism level 8. And obviously he writes a lot. He's a writer. That's what he does. For a while, I was naming them all after some of my favorite fantasy and sci-fi books. We got a Witcher reference. We got a few Dune references, Station 11, Way of the Kings, Name of the Wind. Obviously, I'm a huge nerd, but so is Leonardo, and that's what I love about him. He's just a nice guy, but he married a woman who maybe, I don't think she's like an evil person. She just was so ambitious, and that is the lovely, the beautiful Antonia, who I said is over here. So this lovely lady is Antonia. And you know what? A few days ago, after years of cheating on her husband, she said, I'm sick of cheating on you. I've been cheating on you left and right. I want a divorce. Now, granted, she probably knew she was going to get a nice little divorce settlement, which she did. She gets to live in this house over here. She has her own little butler, Gonzalo, and she has 2 very pink cars. So basically, she got divorced, she got a house, and she gets to continue on living the life that she's used to. She is actually a superstar. That is level 9 of the singing career from Showtime. I mentioned earlier she's very ambitious. She wanted to be famous and successful by any means necessary. So she was out in the streets just, schmoozing over anyone who could potentially help her get to where she wants her career to be. She keeps herself busy with these events. Tomorrow she will be performing at the biggest of all venues here in Monte Vista. Very excited for her. So we will be there with her to watch her perform tomorrow. I said there were no consequences to what she did, but the truth is, I think maybe there was one, and it's actually that her son, Massimo, who's here, he's a teen, he doesn't get to have both mom and dad at home. So he sort of splits his time between the beach house and the family's main house, beach house, and...
You do? Oh.
So Massimo, again, is the child of Leonardo and Antonia. He looks so much like his mom, but he is insane, a night owl, light sleeper, and artistic. So I think Antonia is gonna head off to bed, and I want to introduce you to our other 16th gen, Annabella, who appears to be cruising through the streets in her Ferrari, heading back from work. She sort of took after her father, who was also evil. He had a ton of negative traits, actually. She's definitely evil. She's also unflirty, clumsy, a genius, and grumpy. So just the absolute best traits. Unfortunately, the only thing Annabella inherited from her mother was her good looks. At least something got passed down from her mom, because the traits certainly were not. So the youngest of the 15th gen siblings is Mr. Ludovico. Ludovico is actually going to invite over this man, Elijah. Elijah is basically the only person that Ludovico has ever had any romantic feelings toward. And Ludovico is a painter. You can actually see some of his artwork back here. I done filled up the hallway with some art here. This is actually his bedroom as well. He has some more of his art. His artwork is so interesting because he's neurotic and artistic, but I think this trait is what gets him to create this sort of, I don't even know what you would call it. It's just very, it's like highly saturated neon impressionistic art, basically. To give you an example, this is one of his, and it is the same painting as this one right here, which I guess is actually based on Vermeer, the girl with the pearl earring. And I would actually love for him to come out here. I can see his romantic interest is with his sister. Hopefully she's not giving him too much trouble. Eva, can you pay the bills, 80,000 for us? I would appreciate that. This family's just so extra. You know, sorry I'm scatterbrained. I was gonna say I would love for Ludovico to actually get married in this episode. But before we do that, oh, he just bowed. That was so cute. Do you want to see my atrocious renovation of the house? I realized the other day that I had not renovated in like 10 generations. This room, for example, used to be purple. It was giving Barney, but now it is giving flowers and beige, and Granny as well. And then the family room, which we never really use, it's giving blue, it's giving birds and trees.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think I've ever seen this moodlet before. Read a masterpiece. Turning the last page of a masterpiece is like falling in love. It's a beautiful thing. I think it was probably one of these books, maybe this one, that some folks in the household wrote a while back. Look at all these books. That's one thing I really love about a legacy, is just looking back at all the things that your Sims have done previously. Yeah, I love it. She's like, do you have to do that in front of me? But they're gonna propose, so let's see. Ludovico is a proper Sim, so, you know, these things matter to him. Oh shit, damn. Okay, well, I thought we were gonna have a wedding. Ludovico's a neurotic diva, so maybe this Elijah guy's like, it's too much baggage for me. You know, I can respect that, but... Go off, queen. Speaking of queens and divas, it is time for our big performance, Antonia. So we have the normal Sims here, right? And then we have these demons from everyone's worst nightmares. I'm terrified. She's like, I killed that shit. Yes, you did. Icon. Legend. She is the moment. Who's this beautiful? Mandy? Mandy, do you work at our resort? I think you do. Yeah, she does. That's so funny. Yeah, everyone in the audience was actually paid to attend the concert. We have to use that fortune somehow. Oh my god, it's Viola's birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
There she is. Take all biddies and all. So rude.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hasaku, firami, paramu, pasapli, mimbu pa pipate. Nada se have, velo bada, nada se have, hey, kwe pase.
sounds familiar.
Shabadagoonie! Oh, deep.
So we tried it again this morning, and Ludovico's boyfriend here said yes. So we're having a wedding right here, right now, folks. As you can see, we got Ludovico's sisters in here. This is Miss Viola, still gorgeous, even into her elderhood. We love to see it. Heck yeah, someone cleans up real good too. By the way, if you're watching this, how are you? I haven't asked that. I hope everyone's doing okay. But this is our little chapel we built a few generations back. I really like this idea. I'm glad that I ended up doing it. And to be honest, I like this one a lot more than my legacy families. I don't know why. This one's just different. Maybe the style. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm actually starting a new job soon, which is super stressful. Getting all the visa stuff situated, which is a process. Just paperwork and visits to the immigration office. But look at you, you're sitting down. Okay, no you're not. He's joining us. Elijah is now a booty Claire. Annabella's already out here like, you know, I'm ready for some of this cakey. Eva's like, I'm living vicariously through you. And Viola's like, if only my sister had not murdered my husband. He was actually abusive, so she did her a favor. And Mr. Leonardo is probably just depressed AF because the bottom fell out of his marriage. And I love how she's the second one to get a piece of cake. I knew she was waiting for that shit. I knew it. But that's about it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.